Hello guys, welcome back. Assuming you're from the last video, we are going to do the exact same thing, just with a slightly more difficult problem. But the only thing that makes this problem more difficult than the last one is right here, just the equation. Because the process is still the same. We still plug things in, we still make ordered pairs, we still plot them on the graph here. The only place where difficulty comes is right here in this equation. Because unlike the last equation, our variable x now has a coefficient, has a number next to it. So as long as you remember how to deal with coefficients, this is going to be a breeze for you. But let's just have a little bit of a review sesh, shall we? I'm going to plug in some numbers, and I'm going to be a little more ordered than last time. Last time I chose random numbers. This time I'm going to be ordered. I'm going to go with 2, and then I'm just going to go down by ones. 1, 0, -1, and let's get another one in there, -2, just for good measure. And we'll extend this table just a little bit farther. There we go. Awesome. So let's go ahead and try plugging in a number. Now I need to remember, because there is a coefficient here, I don't just replace this x with a 2 and call it 32. I need to remember that this is multiplication. That this isn't 30x, this is 3 times x. So I'm going to put those parenthesis signs there to kind of help me remember when I plug this in. Y equals 3 times my new number, minus 5. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 minus 5 is 1. So y equals 1. Put a 1 right there. I'll do it again with another one. Let's go with a 1 in there. Y equals 3 times 1, not 31, minus 5. Y equals 3 minus 5. Ooh, and we're already getting into some negative numbers here. Y equals -2. And I'll start boxing these to kind of maybe make it easier for me to see in the future. -2. Let's do another one over here, yeah? Y equals 3 times, if I have room, 0 minus 5. Well, 3 times 0 is just 0, so y equals 0 minus 5. And 0 minus 5 is, you guessed it, -5. So I'll put a -5 right there. Okay. Let's do another one. Let's go -1 here. Y equals 3, not 330 -1, it's 3 times -1 minus 5, which then y equals -3 minus 5, which is y equals -8. There we go. I'll write that right there, -8. And let's do one more just for good measure. Y equals 3 times -2 minus 5. 3 times -2 is -6, minus 5 is -11, so y equals -11. All right, I've got all my inputs, I've got all my outputs. Now I just got to turn them into ordered pairs. And remember, ordered pairs, just we take the row and just honestly put parentheses around it. 2, 1, 1, -2. 0, -5, -1, -8, -2, -11. And now I'll graph them on my graph. So again, plug in, output, ordered pair, on the graph. 2, 1. There you are. 2, 1. 1, -2. There you are. 1, -2. 0, -5. And I'm getting them over here by this right-hand side. 0, -5. -1, -8. -1, down to -8. Hold on a tick. -2, -11. -2, -11 isn't on my graph. It's not here, at least. There's no -11 here. But, I mean, it's just right here. negative 11. It's technically on the graph, just barely on the bottom. If I have a point that's not on the graph, then I can't really graph it. But that's all right, because I have plenty of other points. I have enough to see that there is still a pattern here. And now I'm just going to connect my dots. And just like that, folks, we've graphed another line, a slightly more difficult one. But as long as you can remember that a coefficient doesn't mean that this is 30x, but rather 3 times x, or whatever the coefficient is. It could be at 8x, it's 8 times x. As long as you can remember that a coefficient is multiplication, you're good to go. Because other than that, graphing from a table, it doesn't change, no matter how complex the equation is. You put in an x value, you get a y value, you plug it into the graph. All right, folks. In the next video, we're going to actually ditch tables altogether. And we're going to learn about something called slope. So I'll see you there.